And we are live. It's been a while. I woke up today and I said it's been a while since we've done a live stream. So let's do one. So I'll wait for people to join in, and we have KJ Singh. Yo! What's going on, my brother? And we have the destroyer, Shiva himself, gracing us with his grace. Hello, destroyer. And we have the Zersulas. What's up? KJ Singh, my brother, love your comments. Tempered Lalo, what's going on? We've already got 10 people. I didn't think many people would show up right away because I didn't announce this one. So here, where are the comments? Yeah, how you guys doing? I've been doing good. We haven't done this in a while, right? The Basketball Express, Milton Omnadi, and Killerick Burrow, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. It takes a beautiful person to recognize beauty in another being, okay? You would not be able to perceive of beauty if you were not beautiful yourself. Ayman As-Said, hello. Ahla wa sahla habibi. Much respect and appreciation for your messages you put out in your videos. Thank you very much. I just do it because I do it, I guess. Om Namah Shivaya. You know something about that mantra? I really have been called to do it lately because I keep hearing it everywhere. Habibi, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Ace, oh Ace, my brother Ace, man, I'm doing good, man. I miss Hamilton. I really miss Hamilton, and I'm wondering what's going on with the YouTube project, bro. What's going on with the YouTube project? Ayo Saeed, what do you think about MDMA? I've done it once. It was pretty amazing. I went to an Armin van Buuren concert and it was amazing. I was dancing all night. It was a very heart-opening experience, but at the time I was simply too naive to understand what the hell I just experienced, because I did this very long time ago, and I was battling different demons at the time, and I enjoyed the experience very much, but I could not make sense of it. So I think MDMA is like psychedelics. If you can make sense of the experience and begin to integrate it into your life, it's pretty amazing. Game of Thrones tonight. That's right. Saeed, you should grow the beard. Not yet. Okay, not yet. Will happen at some point, but not yet. I'm back needing advice on a female from you, Saeed. What's up? Is super chat off? Okay. What is super chat? Somebody told me about it a couple times, and now I'm hearing about it again. Can you explain to me what super chat is? So maybe next time I'll remember to put it on, or if I could put it on right now, actually. Let's see if we can put it on right now. Super chat. I'm trying to donate money, bro. That's very kind of you, bro. Well, let me see here. How could I do this? Let's try and okay, my brother. We'll put it on next time. I'm gonna learn here. Let me take a note of this. Okay, let me take a note of this because that's the third time I hear about it, and I probably should do it. Okay, so I'm really excited. I'm really happy that finally it is springtime. Okay, I'm like I can't tell you. I'm like ecstatic. Yesterday, I went outside and I took off my shoes in like 7 months, the first time in 7 months. And it felt amazing. It felt amazing to be one with Mother Gaia. Gotta go, Saeed, and get these gains. Thanks for answering my question, brother. You're very welcome. I'm on spring break. Okay, a girl I've met in class seems to like me a lot. We definitely have chemistry, but she stated she has a man. Since then, talking about her man has halted and she continues to give more and more cues. I don't want to break anything up, and I even told her I will respect her relationship. Okay, keep going. Severus, are you in Thailand land yet? Not yet. September 4th. September 4th. September 4th. Okay, so I'm assuming that that's where the question ends. So, I'm assuming what you're asking here is, what should I do? Like, what should I do right now? I don't know. I don't feel like I have enough information to tell you what you should do or to give you any clues. All I know here is she's been giving you more clues and you told her that you don't want to break a relationship off with the man. I don't know. I still don't feel like I have enough context to actually give sound opinion on this. She showed up to my house for a group assignment and seemed to want me to make a move. Okay. Saeed come to Chicago. Maybe. What would I do? What would I do in Chicago though? Do you guys have any natural landscapes outside the city? You know, I'd come check out the city, but to be honest, at the end of the day, a city is a city. It's got buildings and concretes and it's the same old shit. If there is something worth it, nature-wise, something that is special and unique about the place, I'll come check it out. Okay, but if it's just a city, like I've been living in those for 28 years now. Okay, it's if it's the same thing, it's the same thing, and it's probably the same thing. Just saying. She texted me for months now, and I've slowed on that as well. I don't know. You're young, you're in high school. To be honest with you, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. It's anytime I hear one of those like questions, I don't know, I'm judgmental like that, but I just see drama. To cut to the chase, just be honest. Okay? Just be honest. Be honest, okay? That's it. Just be honest. Whatever that, just be honest. Be honest. Okay? That's it. Every time I hear one of those stories, I see overthinking all written all over it. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit harsh here, but all I see over it is overthinking. That's all I see. Okay? No. Just be honest right now. End the story. Be honest. Okay? God bless you. What's your opinion on pharmaceuticals? Okay, so honestly, there is clearly, okay, look, I'm gonna sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but this is pretty obvious shit, okay? clearly there is a certain group of people, a very small minor percentage of people that have all the interest in the world to keep the majority of the people in the planet sick. And these people control the major institutions in society. That is very, very easy to see. I don't even sound like, I know I'm sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but that's just the way it is, okay? That there is clearly certain people, let's call them our dark brothers and sisters, who do not know who they are, have no idea, completely asleep. There's a small minority of people. They're so stuck in the illusion of separation, and I guess they're playing the role in the universe, which is the dark side, the Darth Vader side, okay? And they're in control of the major institutions on the planet. And so they've created all these institutions, one of them being pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceutical industry is primarily and only actually interested in alleviating symptoms. It is not at all in any way trying to improve the livelihood and the state of well-being of human beings. It absolutely isn't. There are very good people working in the pharmaceutical industry, people with genuine intentions that actually want to help people. My dad being one of them. My dad is an MD, okay? And my dad is a very, 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 very genuine person, very helpful. He's a very, very helpful person. And all he does is he prescribes pharmaceuticals. And it is coming out of good intention, but nevertheless, he is under the magic spell of this institution that doesn't give a shit about anybody and is just only interested in making you more sick so you can buy into their products. And at the root of it, at the top of the pyramid, is this, it's all deliberate. It's all this small, minor group of people, okay? Yes, they do exist. Yes, I know it sounds very conspiracy theory, but they do exist. But we don't want to focus on that. It's good to be aware. I'm saying this out of awareness for the situation, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying out of, oh, we should go and like, why are they doing this? I'm not even saying it out of anger. You don't see me too angry about this, because it is what it is. That's the universe. It's the dark and light elements. It's the way the drama's playing, okay? And I guess the more conscious you are, the more likely you are to play on the light team, okay? So what we could do is we could spread awareness on the benefits of other things instead of focusing on the darkness. Things like mushrooms, okay? Things like natural healing. Things like I'm wearing orgonite, for example, right? Orgonite is this natural substance, this natural metal that neutralizes the electromagnetic radiation from technology. So we focus on bringing awareness to these natural solutions. There is a healing force in the universe, and every problem we have a solution for. Even technology, the radiation, all of that, okay? We could sit here and complain about how it's affecting our health, or we could look for what solutions nature provides for that. You see? Hey, it's good to learn to be grateful for friends who will actually give you constructive criticism because they don't want to see you fail. Is that right? Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to be grateful. It's always good to be grateful. It always is good to be grateful. There are some friends that will legitimately give you constructive criticism because they love you, and there is friends that will give you criticism because there is something here. Let me fix this. Because whatever you're doing is a threat to the way they are, and you have to be very mindful of what's happening here. Is the friend giving you constructive criticism because they truly love you? Or is it because you somehow upset the apple cart? Is because you're doing something that is getting your friend to question their own behavior in life, And because human beings like to hang around in the comfort zone, they will try to pull you back in some way or shape, and they will give you criticism on that basis. You've got to understand what's at stake here and be mindful. This is something your heart knows. Your heart knows if your friend is doing it out of love, if your friend is doing it from an authentic, because I love you place, or if they're doing it out of some other egoic motive. Okay, it's quite easy to discern if you listen to your heart, and you know, I have certain friends that when I think of their name, I can think of nothing but love. Nothing but love. Okay, that anything they say, even if I don't agree with it, I just kind of like when my parents criticize the shit out of me, but I love my parents and I know they love me. I know everything they do is because they love me, so I always just nod my head and I smile. Okay, because they're giving me so-called constructive criticism, aren't they? But I know that who cares? Like if my parents tell me, oh, like Islam is the only right way and all that stuff, I just know that simply is not true. But I know that they're saying that out of love also, because they love me and they want me to go to heaven and all that after. So I just nod my head. Still be giving you constructive criticism out of loving place, but what they're saying could still be complete total horseshit. Pardon my language. Okay? And so it really depends. Just be mindful. You know. I know when I mention certain names of certain friends that I have, I feel them in my heart right away. I feel that they love me, and whatever they say, I know they're saying out of love. I'm probably not gonna listen to it because I just don't really listen to anybody. I only listen to the Tao, whatever the Tao is, right? But I love them nevertheless, and I'm grateful that I have them as friends. Yo, Saeed, what's your relationship with Hinduism? I absolutely love, admire, adore, honor Hinduism, and I I have like posters. I have a poster there of, if you see the one in the middle, of the Shiva, and I know the autofocus is messed up, of the Shiva and Brahman and Vishnu triad, right? The three elements of the Godhead. I absolutely adore Hinduism, and Hinduism is Sanatana Dharma, right? Which is the eternal way of things. It's the name Hinduism is actually given by the British people, but really Sanatana Dharma, it's just the way. It's kind of like the Tao, the way it is, right? And Buddhism is just it's a branch of Sanatana Dharma, right? All the different Hindu traditions, that's all the Dharma, the way of things, right? I really think that if somebody helped me at gunpoint right now and said, okay, look, it's not up to you, you're gonna have to pick a religion, you're gonna have to pick a team. And you just have to, like, you have no choice. You gotta pick a religion. Which one would you pick? I'd either go for Taoism or Hinduism. If it came down to gunpoint, I would either go for Taoism or Hinduism. Okay, such is my respect for Hinduism. Okay, because again, like Buddhism is a branch of Hinduism. Sikhism, I mean, you're Sikh. I can tell from your name. Singh, right? Also, I believe Singh are Sikhs. Even Sikhism is highly influenced by Hinduism, because it isn't Hinduism, it is Sanatana Dharma, it is the way of things, right? So I have absolutely massive respect for all the Hindu yogis and all of it, the whole scene. I'm deeply respectful, and the more I become conscious of everything, the more I realize that these guys have already figured it out. That if I wanted to go to someone who's figured it out, all of it, I'd probably go to a Hindu yogi, a modern Hindu yogi, right? Because they really seem to have developed some extremely powerful systems to explain and do everything, really. So I got massive respect. What do you think of brahmacharya? See, the thing you gotta understand about those really, really devoted yogis that choose the path of brahmacharya, it isn't that they are giving up something. It is that they are in such beautiful, blissful states of mystical union, sexual union with the divine, that they no longer feel the need isn't even there anymore, to experience sexual intimacy in the way human beings experience it. They're sort of kind of gone beyond that at that point. It's kind of like, how can I describe this to you? Okay, like back in the days, I used to really derive pleasure from drinking alcohol and from going out to nightclubs and making out with chicks, dancing, all that comes with it. Okay? And I really derived pleasure from it at the time. But I eventually stopped doing it. It isn't that I was giving up something. It is just now that I was starting to get into this healthy lifestyle where I'd wake up early, I'd drink water, I'd eat healthy foods, I'd go exercise, I'd do all these good things. And this new pleasure that I was experiencing, it no longer made sense for me to go out and drink every weekend and have to deal with the hangover later on because of the pleasure, whatever pleasure I derived from the night. Okay, it no longer made sense to do it. So brahmacharya, true brahmacharya, is not at all renouncing sex or sexual encounters or whatever. It isn't about that at all. If somebody thinks you're giving up something, then you're not on the, you're just sorry, that's, you're gonna struggle, you're in resistance, you're not in harmony with the Tao. You're much better off going and having sex, to be honest. But if it comes out of a place of, wow, this is so beautiful what I'm experiencing, that it no longer makes sense for me to partake in sex, okay, then that is the proper path of brahmacharya. Okay, otherwise, if you think you're giving up something, forget it. Then just go and have all the sex, okay, until you're done with that trip. Go and have all the sex, because you're not gonna muscle your way through Kali. You're not gonna muscle your way through the Divine Mother. That's not how it works. Everything happens spontaneously. Hello from Toronto, brother. Hello, my brother Alan. Listen, I would like to come to Toronto and Hamilton area before I leave to Thailand. So what I'm gonna do, because summer's coming up and everything, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably announce it in a video, and we'll get together, all the people from the GTA. We'll have a get together of some sorts. How do you tune your mind into an alpha state? Don't you think society is trying to keep your mind at a really low state? Absolutely. Modern society is designed to keep us in beta state. Okay? So beta state is very chaotic. It is anxious. Beta state is an anxious state. Anytime you're experiencing anxiety and overthinking. The plague of modern society is overthinking and depression. That's all beta state. The way to get into alpha state is to, right, I could give you like stuff you could do, but you know what? Let's cut through the chase here. I'm done bullshitting here. Let's be honest here. You want to be in an alpha state, get your ass out of the city. Okay? Straight up. I'm telling you right now, straight up, you could do all the meditations you want. But if you're in the heart and thick of a city and in the heart of a thick of society, good luck. Good luck staying in that alpha state, okay? Good luck. I mean, it's good spiritual exercise, but if you really want to just do it the easy way, the smooth way, get yourself, when I say a city, I'm talking about like a New York type thing. I'm talking about Toronto, really big cities, right? Get your ass to a suburb. Get your ass to a town. Get your ass to a quieter area. You know, you can be in a city in a quieter area. Go live in a quiet neighborhood. Right? That's when I mean get yourself out of a city. I'm not talking about suburbs and quiet neighborhoods. Those could be quite pleasant to live in. Okay? No, I'm talking about, look, if you're living in the middle of downtown, good fucking luck. Okay? Getting out of that beta state. Yeah, you could do your meditations in the morning and at night. That'll keep you sane, but it won't keep you in alpha most of the time. Okay? So get yourself into, just pick an environment that is quiet in nature. When I say in nature, quiet in nature, it doesn't have to be in the middle of nature. I'm saying just a quieter area. Okay? And if you're in a quieter area, when everything just calms down around you, you automatically tune into alpha. And so when you go into nature, you automatically turn into alpha. You don't have to sit there and be like, all right, give me my binaural beats. No, nature just tunes it for you. And there are many ways to do it. I always like the path of least resistance. I am lazy. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to constantly have to meditate to keep myself sane. Okay, I don't want to constantly have to put on binaural beats, put on things wherever I go. I don't want to do that. I want the path of least resistance because I am lazy. Okay, the path of least resistance then is to live in an area that is quiet, that is calm. Now, the further away you get from civilization, the more you're going to be serene and calm and beautiful. Okay? The area that I picked out in Chiang Mai is on the outskirts of Chiang Mai. It's like literally behind me is an endless amounts of mountains and lakes and jungles, forests, I think. And I picked it deliberately because I had lived in a similar area last year and I just saw the calmness, the serenity. I moved up in a city, I live on the main street, and I see the chaos that I have to meditate more now. I have to meditate more. I straight up have to meditate more just to stay in an alpha. So you want the path of least resistance, you want sort of a long-lasting solution. Pick environments that are calm, that are serene, that are more in harmony. Harmonious type environments, okay? That's on the bigger picture. Then there are the little cute things you could do like meditation. Meditation puts you in alpha state, okay? So you meditate, you do these little things to stay in alpha state. But if your environment is not calm and serene, you're going to have a battle to stay in a calm, serene state, and you could win the battle. And when you win the battle, you would have done great things to yourself, because if you could keep yourself serene and centered in such a chaotic environment, you're really leveled up. So don't look at it as a bad thing per se. It's very good skill to gain, to be able to actually fight the battle of calming, staying calm and serene, even in chaotic environments. That is actually the sign of a very conscious being. Okay, if you could do that, that's great. But I'm saying, if you want the path of least resistance, just pick a quiet, calm, serene environment. بتعرف أغنية فيروز مش فارقة معي؟ لا والله، لا والله. Hey Saeed, I will single-handedly reverse this Kali Yog. I strive to be a bodhisattva. Oof. Hopefully, if not, that's cool too. Just trying to meet God halfway. I like that spirit, Mr. Philip. I really like that spirit. By the way, how do you also naturally raise your testosterone levels too? Society is forcing men to lose their drive. How do we naturally heal our body and live much longer? You've just got to connect to nature. Again, nature. Okay, nature. I have to join Wim Hof in his calling. He's always like, we gotta go back to nature. And I've gotta say this. The reason I have not been preaching this because I haven't been doing it myself. I'm still living like, pretty much a sheltered city boy life. But I'm striving to do it because before I preach it, I want to be the example of it. Okay, we've got to go back to nature. Otherwise, good fucking luck to us as human beings. Okay, because we ain't getting nowhere until we harmonize our relationship with nature. Elevating consciousness. Hello. Yo, Saeed, I really enjoy your stuff. I also enjoy Jordan Peterson's work. My question, how do you think Jordan Peterson's criticism of modern philosophy, chase happiness, apply to you at the moment? Much love. That's a very good question. I don't know what his philosophy is. I have not, like, I don't know what his criticism of it is. But I do want to say that I am in one way or another chasing external happiness. Like I'm moving to a new location, I got new type of work, so it's not that I'm not striving, I am striving. By no means am I'm in many ways an idiot. I really am. I mean, I say it often in my videos, but I'm not just saying it. I think I'm pretty much like a Luke Skywalker from the first movie, from the first Star Wars. I really think I grasp a lot of the higher concepts intellectually, and I'm a little bit behind in application. But I do understand intellectually that nothing external of yourself is going to bring you happiness because everything perishes. As simple as that. Okay, you want the meat and the butter of life. Look for the 3 marks of existence, the Buddhist 3 marks of existence. Life is unsatisfactory, everything is impermanent, and there is no self. Okay? The reason why life is unsatisfactory or it's suffering because everything is impermanent. So, ultimately then, nothing will bring me long-lasting happiness. And I know this intellectually. I really do know this on an intellectual level. Maybe not yet on an applicable level. Maybe I do have to go and live the dream, or live in Thailand, live on a beach, live in the heart of nature, and I'll probably be pretty fucking happy, that I'll be very, very happy. But I think in that happiness, I will realize that there is nothing is going to bring me happiness, because I will realize also that all this nature is going to perish. I'm going to die. I mean, all these realizations, of I would take psychedelics and go to nature, and I would in nature realize that I'm gonna die. It's almost like nature speaks to you, says, look, you're gonna die. And if you know you're gonna die and you keep death by your shoulders, you understand that there is nothing external to you that's gonna bring you happiness. It's impossible, because everything perishes, and you too are going to perish. And then from that point, I think you could still go and do your thing in the world, and do your thing, and go live where you want to live, and marry who you want to marry, and go and explore and go and travel. Just don't kid yourself for a second and think that's going to bring you happiness. If you are traveling and doing all these amazing things and you think they're going to bring you happiness, you got a long ways to go. But if you're doing it from a place of, I'm not kidding myself, this isn't going to bring me happiness, this is all temporary, then now you're onto something. Okay, because it isn't about rejecting this world. It isn't about rejecting the beauty of nature, the beauty of this world. It isn't about that. It is about aligning yourself with the Tao, and then letting the action flow spontaneously. That's the best way I can describe it to you. Okay, because Krishna tells Arjuna, look, things are happening anyway. He tells him, you think if you're gonna stop doing anything, you're not going to do anything. He's like, no, you're going to do something anyway. That's just the nature of Maya. That's the nature of the dream state. That's the nature of nature. It's constant motion. The only constant in nature is change. The only constant in life is change. So you're chasing, quote unquote, whether you like it or not. You're doing something whether you like it or not. If you're sitting here meditating, guess what you're doing? You're breathing. Something's happening. So it isn't about not doing anything. Wu Wei, the art of Wu Wei, it's which is, action without action. It means you let this action spontaneously flow out of you, and that's just being so present in the moment. But don't kid yourself. Don't think anything's going to make you happier. I'm sort of understanding that being able to travel and having all this freedom that I have now, and going to Thailand and having all this incredible freedom that I have now, which I mean, I am unbelievably grateful for the blessings, but I know that's not going to bring me happiness. I know ultimately I have to look within, and I have to make peace with death. I have the poster here of the triumvirate, right? The 3 aspects of the Godhead in Hinduism: Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahman. And I had that specific poster printed out, that specific picture, because I want to constantly be reminded that everything comes to be, gets preserved for a little while, and then gets destroyed. And the external happiness, same thing. I'll tell you what's going to happen. When I move to Chiang Mai, to Thailand, I'm going to be ecstatic the first month. Then I'm going to come to a neutral standpoint. Luckily, my neutral standpoint as of now is relatively happy, relatively in a good place. But everything eventually, you get this happiness is created, a new thing happens, and you move to a new place, you get a new job created, gets preserved for a little while. That's Vishnu, right? Brahma creates, Vishnu preserves, and Shiva destroys. And then we're back to baseline. And baseline is pretty cool. Once you get to know what that baseline is, which is the real essence of your consciousness, Brahman, it's pretty badass. Okay? It's pretty badass. And that's what you want to get more in touch with. Bro, I am from a very sexually repressed culture. I'm moving away from this sort of thinking. I've watched your video on this and it really inspired me. That's good. I come from a sexually repressed culture and I went the complete other way, and I realized that that's exactly, it's the same thing as being totally repressed and being totally liberated, quote unquote. It's all the same thing if you're still stuck on the lower chakras, really. You're still in that realm. And you want to come to a middle way about it, okay? How you heal your pancreas and make money, teenagers. That is a very interesting combination. I don't know. I don't know. What's your opinion on material things, bro? They, like I was just explaining, they come to be, they get preserved for a little while, and then they get destroyed. Okay? And if you recognize that ultimately consciousness is here to play, that the material world is the play of the immaterial, which is consciousness, which is God, which is you, then you play with it. Okay, you play with it. You don't possess it, you don't take it seriously, you play with it. Somebody could be extremely rich and extremely enlightened at the same time if they're doing it out of a playful attitude and if they're not clinging on to any of it. But if they're clinging on and they possess it, they do not know who they are. And so, like Jesus says, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And so it isn't at all about rejecting the material, and it isn't at all about clinging on to it and praising it. It simply is, hey, look, I'm consciousness, I'm creating this in my mind, this is all my play. The material is the play of the immaterial. Okay? If you do everything from a playful state, you're good to go. So I've been watching Dragon Ball Super lately, and Grand Zeno, for anybody who's been watching Dragon Ball Super, Grand Zeno is the ruler of all the universes, the multiverse. He's a kid. All he wants to do is play. And I thought that was interesting because the writer of Dragon Ball is clearly very, 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 very high conscious. He's operating at a very high consciousness that he's able to recognize that the ultimate Grand Zeno, the ultimate god of the multiverse, is a little kid that's playing. Okay? So the material is the play of the immaterial. Saeed, did you know that Hinduism is actually a new name informed by the colonials? Yes, I mentioned that. Just a few minutes ago. It was approximately 14th century. Before that, it was a hodgepodge of pagan beliefs, and the term Hindu was referring to the region east of the Indus. In fact, Hindu Kush mountain range means Hindu killer, and was so named because Pashtun slaves would transport Hindu slaves and the slave would die in the climate. I did not know all of that. I definitely knew that the Hindu name is a colonial name. And it's just really Sanatana Dharma, kind of like the Tao, the way. It's just the way it is, right? I'm a Sikh, but a descendant of Shiva, so I still believe in Shiva even as a Sikh. And I would also choose Hinduism, Taoism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. Jainism is okay too, but the first four really helped me. Yeah. For me, it's the same thing. If I had to choose religions, those would be the ones I would choose if it came down to gunpoint. Being in alpha state all the time requires a whole lifestyle. Absolutely. If you want to be in that state all the time, it is a whole lifestyle change. It's not going to happen with a simple meditative session or this or that or yoga. That'll help you for that day. It'll help you for the next 3-4 hours maybe. But we're sponges. We quickly take on our environment. Do you still crave cigarettes? Not anymore. No, not at all. Not at all. For like the next 2 years, I was still craving them though. After quitting, for the next like 2 years, I was still craving them. Now it's been a long time since I quit. It's almost like I never smoked. Such is the power of reprogramming the mind-body complex. It feels like I've never smoked. It literally feels like I've never put a cigarette in my body, even though I did so consistently for 4 years. Yeah, we could change. We could be reborn any minute, really. What's your favorite cheat meal? Right now, dried fruits. I think of them as cheat meals because it's not good to eat too many of them. But if I'm gonna cheat, I'll grab some dates and some dried figs and dried raisins, and I'll go to town. Hey Saeed, why don't we have a meditation session in demo live? Okay, I might take you up on that right now. So if I can get through all the questions right now, maybe we'll do a live meditation session right now. So let's see how it goes, but I'm gonna keep this in mind. What do you think about the Tao Te Ching? Go to my playlist. I got an entire playlist dedicated to the Tao Te Ching. Okay? I think it is I don't know. It is what it is. It is the Tao. It is the Tao. Are you still going to stream an LSD trip? I remember you said you were going to. Yeah. Yes, I will. I absolutely will. I've been really busy lately. I've been, especially with the new work, right? Especially with teaching children. That's why I've been only posting videos every other day. I haven't had much time to put into YouTube, into online things, period. But now there is more and more time for me because I'm settling into the work. I'm feeling absolutely amazing now. Nature, spring, I'm getting myself in the outdoors again. And I got a lot more time on my hands. So probably in the next few weeks, look out for it in the next few weeks. I gotta really raise my energy up though before I do it, because if I'm going to stream it live, I'm probably gonna like do Wim Hof breathing, I'm gonna do meditation, I'm gonna do a bunch of things, right? But leading up to it, I really want to raise up my energy, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. That's what I've been focusing on as of late, is raising energy, connecting with the earth again, earthing, sun gazing, waking up early, all that stuff. Because when I want to do LSD, the next time I do a big trip, and when I want to stream it, I want to make sure, like an elite athlete that is ready for a World Cup final or something, I want to be ready for it. And that's how you should approach psychedelics, right? Guys, that's how everybody should approach psychedelics. You want to look at yourself as a spiritual athlete, an elite spiritual athlete, And whenever you want to do psychedelics, you want to prepare for it like an elite spiritual athlete. Okay? Saeed, are we friends? By virtue of being here, we are. I feel down. Can you sing for me? I'm a terrible singer. I'm a terrible singer. Do you think it's possible to stop masturbation entirely and to be free? Not with that attitude. You're implying that masturbation is somehow wrong. Not with that attitude. You've got to go beyond the moral judgment. And if you can go beyond the moral judgment, then you will naturally not feel the urge to masturbate anymore. It's not evil. Right now you think masturbation is evil. Yeah, with that attitude, you're not going to be free. Okay? This is like somebody saying, I quit smoking cigarettes and it's been 2 months and 5 days and 45 minutes since I quit. Then you haven't quit yet. Clearly, it's still you're still, your mind is on cigarettes. Okay? And so if you think that you have to be free of something, then that means, that implies that you think it's bad. And yeah, with that attitude, you're never going to be free. Even if you don't masturbate, you're still not free from masturbation. Shiva destroys everything that is unresourceful for the moment. Yes. 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 Because this thing keeps going on forever. Right? Creation goes on forever. Creation, preservation, destruction. And right after destruction is creation again. Which means there is no such thing as final creation, and there is no such thing as final destruction. Which means whenever Shiva decides to destroy something, he is destroying anything that is unresourceful for the moment. So if Shiva decides to destroy the earth, if let's say right now we keep fucking up the earth and we keep running it down and we destroy ourselves and we destroy the planet, as heartbreaking as that is the will of Shiva. That means the planet Earth is no longer resourceful for the common good of all. Yeah, that's how God thinks. If we want to learn and know and understand how God thinks, which is really our true nature, we've got to stop thinking like a human for a little bit, because our human heart says, wow, that's terrible. You know, that's terrible. The destruction of the planet, the destruction of the earth. I think what makes it terrible is that humans are doing it, and there's something just iffy about that. Maybe if it just happened on its own, like an ice age or something, we would all be cool with it, right? Because it's the Tao, it's just happening. But everything is God, and so maybe Shiva is using human beings to destroy the planet because it is no longer resourceful for the common good of all. Maybe, I hope not. I love the planet. The planet is very benevolent. It's got a very beautiful, benevolent consciousness. Okay, but if it gets destroyed, that means Shiva has decreed that it is no longer resourceful for the moment. So when somebody dies, that person is no longer, their existence is no longer resourceful for the moment. You see, that sounds very cold, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Much love, Saeed. Much love, bro. Thank you. What do you think of Nostradamus? He was a psychic. There's a Nostradamus in every age. There is a bunch of them right now. My friend knows one. My friend is Hindu, right? He knows someone who can read the Akashic records, a Hindu yogi, with unbelievable accuracy. So they exist always, these psychics. They're just people who are in touch with higher spiritual. They have more of their spiritual abilities, psychic abilities activated because they're more in touch with spiritual forces. Another one, a modern prophet, they call him the dream prophet, is Edgar Cayce. Okay, so these things are these people are not special. They are always there. Okay, and it depends on the time that you're in. In the Kali Yuga that we're in right now, these people are rare because this is the age of darkness. But in more enlightened days, almost everybody is a psychic. Everybody can read the Akashic records. Okay. The earth will destroy humans long before humans destroy earth. I agree. You know what? I do agree. Despite, me saying that, oh, if the planet gets destroyed, that's the will of Shiva. I think the planet has been here for so long. It's the planet is from the sun, by the way. Planet Earth, the way it came to be formed due to the sun. Okay? It's basically like gas coming from the sun and turning into rocks, into solid material. It's very intelligent. It's been here for billions of years. Okay, very, 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 very intelligent planet. And here's these embarrassing apes, okay, that think they're smart and they've figured it all out. I mean, we're all embarrassing apes at best. And, we haven't been here much as human beings. Do you think we're going to outsmart nature or outsmart the sun or outsmart the cosmos? No, we'll get destroyed long before the earth gets quote-unquote destroyed. Okay? I think the earth will be here for a long, 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 long time. I just don't see humans being here for a long time, to be honest. I think our time will come to an end at some point. It'll come to an end either through destroying ourselves or through us getting so enlightened and becoming gods and angels that there needs to be no longer human beings. So it's either going to be in a positive way or in a light way or in a dark way, I think. Now I'm just bullshitting out of my ass here. It is what it is. Can I meet your friend who can read Akashic records? He's not the one that can read it, but he knows somebody that can. And they did a reading for him and it came very accurate. And he wanted to get another reading and he was recommended by the person who can read the Akashic records. He said, I'm not going to give you this reading because I don't recommend that you go on with your life knowing this. It's like, not that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but because it's just such a big turning point in life that yogi with his wisdom saw that it's probably best that I don't tell you what the reading is, okay? So it's not my friend that can do it, but there's a yogi that he knows that can do it. This is a good one. Can I get your insight on something troubling me for the past while? I feel like every decision I make is weighted by a guilty conscience and I can't live in the flow state anymore. What I mean is that I can listen to normal music or make dirty jokes or really get along with my childhood friends because I feel like they operate on such a low frequency. Okay, I kind of understand what you're saying here. Well, so the thing with the lower frequency and the higher frequency is there is two ways in which you can perceive it. There's the observer and there's the judger. Okay, and let me take a sip here because I'm about to drop some wisdom here. This is good water. It's made with love, see? Anyway, the thing with vibrations, higher vibration, lower vibration, you could perceive it from two ways. You could perceive it from the observer way, or you could perceive it from the judger way. So the judger says, this is higher vibration, this is lower vibration. Higher vibration is better. Anything that's lower vibration makes me feel guilty. That's the judger. Now, the observer looks and sees the same things. He says, well, there is higher vibration, there is lower vibration. That's the observer. He just sees that there is higher vibration, there's lower vibration. And then asks himself, which one would I like to be aligned with more? Maybe I would like to be aligned more with the higher vibration. Okay, I'll align myself more with the higher vibration. But I'm not judging the higher vibration as better or worse. I would just like now, at this particular time in my cosmic journey, to align myself with the higher vibration because I gravitate more towards it. Plain and simple. Not because it's better, but because I am now in the cosmic journey more gravitating towards it. That's the observer. But the judger says, bad, lower vibration is bad, higher vibration is good. And so of course now anything that you do so-called low vibration is you're gonna feel guilty about it. So if you eat foods that are lower vibration, you're gonna feel guilty about it. If you hang around lower vibrational people, you're gonna feel guilty. And that's not a healthy way. That's not a healthy way to go on about it. We don't want to ignore that there is such thing indeed as higher vibration, lower vibration. Meaning, you listen to Beethoven and within 15 minutes you feel this higher vibration. Then you listen to somebody screaming at you, like saying, fuck you. Let's say like let's say there is a musical song. Somebody's saying, fuck you, I hate you. Which one you're gonna want to prefer listening to? Which one is a higher vibration? Which one is lower vibration? We can't ignore that. We can't ignore that. There is the Beethoven vibe. There is the guy singing at you saying "fuck you, I hate you." That is a higher vibration. That is a lower vibration. That is a vibration closer to the light, and that is a vibration further away from the light. It's not ignoring, okay? It isn't ignoring, because if you're gonna ignore, that's not the way it works here, because this is a vibrational reality. Now, most of you guys watching this, me definitely, we're now gravitating more towards the light, more towards the lighter frequencies. So that shows up in our preference for music, for food, etc. Now, we could be judgers and say, well, bad vibration is bad, but let me remind you of something. We all came out of there, because the way this cosmic game works, you start off with total amnesia of your true nature, which is the light. And you make your way up incarnation after incarnation. And for many, 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 many lifetimes, you start to get lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay? Any judgment of a lower vibration is not acknowledging that you have already experienced all these vibrations. And maybe in this lifetime. Speaking for me personally, I've experienced very low vibrations in this lifetime. Not very long ago, only 5, 6, 7 years ago, which is not a very long time. Okay, I was hanging around very low vibrational people, and I was a low vibrational being myself. For me to judge that is ludicrous. That is ridiculous. So then even for me to judge Hitler would be ridiculous, because at some point in a previous lifetime of mine, I was a Hitler. All of us, we start off with this total amnesia, total forgetfulness of our true nature as the light, and we get lighter and lighter, little bit by little bit, every incarnation. Okay? So, you don't want to see it from a place of judger, you want to see it from a place of observer, and you want to just observe it as a game. Say, all right, I guess now I'm in the part of the game where I would like to play in the higher levels. All right? But you don't look down and judge, because when you look down, you see the same people trying to eventually do the same thing, which is get lighter. And they are getting lighter. Everybody gets lighter. So somebody who is really dense will get a little bit lighter this lifetime. Okay, just a little bit. And you recognizing what the game is, how it works, and how it's all programmed for evolution for the light, lighter and lighter and lighter, you can no longer be in the place of judger. You can only be in the place of the observer. Observing the game. So when you're around your lower vibrational friends, you just see it for what it is. You see them as fellow souls playing along on the cosmic journey back to the light. And you see that now they're at a particular level in the game. You don't judge, you observe. You say, well, I guess now they're playing. Oh, I remember when I was playing at that level. You know that thing from South Park, the member berries? I remember. I remember. So you just tell yourself, I remember when I was low vibration. I remember. And you just observe it. So you hang around your friends, your lower vibrational friends, and you make the jokes, and you go along with it because that's what it is, right? You observe it. Now maybe after you say, okay, that was fun. I had fun with my friends, but maybe I would like to spend now more time with other friends, or maybe I would like to do something else. But you don't judge it. You just recognize the game. Recognize the game for what it is. Recognize that you play at all these levels. It's like, if you invite a friend over and you're an expert at Call of Duty, and they are complete newbies, and they pick up the game and they start playing. Now, you would be an asshole if you started to make fun of your friend for getting destroyed by those stupid campers, at the beginning. You would be kind of a mean asshole to laugh at your friend. You would probably want to help your friend and tell him, well, do this next time. Campers like to hide here. Do this, use this class, use this gun. Same thing, right? Same thing. A recognition that there are higher levels and lower levels. That's the way the game works. But let's not go about judging things. Let's go about just being at the level that I'm at and playing at that level and going up and up and up. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Man, I love the Shiva aspect of God because I know that he destroys me, then rebuild me for the better. Yes, every minute Shiva is doing his work. Every minute, every day, every time you wake up, that's that you're reborn. Saeed, I'm on minute 3 of sun gazing and day 7 of no 5. Are you still sun gazing? Wow, my God, I had a profound sun gazing experience. I made a video on it before, okay? It was like a 25-minute video about my sun gazing experience yesterday. It basically turned into a psychedelic trip. So I'm gonna save you the details for the video. Look out for it this coming week, okay? Sun gazing is the new psychedelic, ladies and gentlemen. Sun gazing is the new psychedelic. Now I've done it for 30 minutes yesterday, okay? So I was in such a good state already. I have prepared myself that I have completely gone into a psychedelic trip through sun gazing. So I will save you the details, but seriously, sun gazing, wow. I feel like the universe has a plan and is always making you do stuff you don't want to. Yeah, of course. And also situations where I am supposed to be in serious trouble, I'm not in serious trouble at all. The universe prevented and kept preventing trouble from happening for some reason. Why? Why though? Why me? Because everything happening for the common good of all. Everything. Remember, cosmic love. John Lilly has a saying, cosmic love is ruthless. It teaches its lessons whether you like them or not. Okay? This was said by the guy that invented the flotation tank used to take LSD and go into his flotation tanks. He invented it. He said he used to have extraterrestrial contact with all kinds of entities and angels and you name it. And one of the most profound things he said is cosmic love is ruthless. It teaches its lessons whether you like them or not. What are your thoughts on Islam and Christianity? Cut through the chase and go to the mystical side of both religions. There are some wonderful gems in the mystical aspect of Islam, in the mystical aspect of Christianity. Sufism is wonderful, okay? Sufism is beautiful. Their music is, oh my God, okay? If all Muslims were Sufis, I might as well call myself a Muslim. I might just decide to turn a Muslim all of a sudden. Okay, I might as well because, Sufism, by the way, was highly influenced by Sanatana Dharma, by the Indian line of thought, okay? It's very mystical, very beautiful. The music will make you cry because of its beauty, okay? So you could still find gems in Christianity and Islam, but go straight into the mystical aspect of these religions, because the mainstream aspects of it, with all due respect, is horseshit. أكبر خطأ هو الخوف من الخطأ. Okay, our friend here, Ayman, is saying, what he's saying, I'll translate it. The biggest mistake is to be afraid of making a mistake. It's a very interesting concept, because this is a concept from Taoism also and Zen Buddhism. You cannot make a mistake. You cannot make a mistake because everything is perfect. And if you go around living like you cannot make a mistake, that everything you say is the right perfect thing, because it is the perfect thing. That even you telling somebody something that you are not supposed to tell them is perfect. That was not a mistake. That is exactly the most perfect thing you could say. And if you go around perceiving reality like this, woo, freedom, because you don't have to think about anything anymore. Because how could you? Why would you? Because everything you're going to say is perfect. Because everything is perfect. Because everything is perfect. And so therefore, the biggest mistake is to be afraid to make mistakes. And so they tell you in Taoism and Zen Buddhism, make as many mistakes as you want. Go on pretending like you cannot make a mistake, because you cannot make a mistake. Because every so-called mistake that you make is nothing but perfection. And it is only your judgment of calling it a mistake that makes it a mistake, but it isn't a mistake. Do you touch alcohol at all? Not anymore. Not anymore. How is the muscular imbalances progress? Well, funny enough, you say not very good. I don't know which one you're talking about specifically, but I developed a muscular imbalance in my right thigh because of driving Uber, which I'm no longer doing. And I haven't been paying attention to it. And as a result, I'm kind of experiencing some pain in my right thigh. So I'm planning to start stretching like I used to before. I have good experience with fixing these imbalances, because I have experienced many imbalances before, and through intensive stretching, I was able to fix the problem. So I think I'm going to do that again now. Do you like cocaine? I think it's very, very overrated. I was very disappointed with it, because I could literally sit here and do some breathing techniques like and do it for 20 minutes, and I would be higher than I would ever be on cocaine. And so I was very disappointed with cocaine when I did it. I think it's the most overrated drug. I think it's for people who do not exercise enough, who do not get enough into their adrenaline response through exercise and through breath work. I just thought to be honest, like it's the most overrated drug. It's good for a society that is immobile, that doesn't move, that doesn't exercise, that doesn't stimulate the adrenaline response through physical exercise or through deep breathing. Totally overrated. I haven't drank alcohol in 4 years. What's your opinion on me having a drink now? I think you can control it. I think you can control it. I think if you haven't had a drink for this long, you can control it. If you can control it, go out, have a ball, have a good time. Do not feel guilty. If you feel guilty, you're gonna feel like shit, because you're basically creating a hostile environment for the alcohol if you feel guilty. But if you feel joyful about drinking, drink up, and drink up with joy. Okay? Because you got control over it now. You haven't done it in 4 years. If you want to go out and have a drink, have a drink. But like I said, do it with joy.